Hi there, hello there, all you miniature-loving people on the interwebs. I'm Doc Eon, coming at you on Monday, the 10th of July, 2023, to ramble about miniatures. And we have here a whole collection of Reaper miniatures, again, but, you know, we're past the bones stuff. This is all metal casts, and they're all kind of production line. We have the robots here at the bottom. The back, I mean, who are all very shiny, and then slightly more matte. We have the elementals, the smaller elementals. We have water, air, earth, and fire. So I tried to go a little more naturalistic with the fire this time. There is actually no red in here. It's all yellows and oranges, a little bit of white, and some Vallejo mild color smoke mixed in, and because actual fire isn't red. I don't know, you tell me how it looks. But yeah, 14 models in a week, that's keeping up the pace quite a lot, you know. I'm happy, I'm pleased, I'm getting stuff done, getting stuff out the door, and yeah, let's see if we can keep this momentum going. Let's look at the projects I have prepped. Now, this collection of models might look like they're not that far along, but they have actually been prepared very extensively. They've been cleaned, based on all. I've used resin bases on most of these from MicroArt Studios. And they've been primed and undercoated and in some cases base coated with, especially these that are mostly armor, have had the first layer or two of metallics applied as well. Now it's just the fancy work left, the painting, so to speak. I'd like to note that this model came with a lot of options. It had either a hammer or an axe in the right hand, and either an axe or a shield in the left. I didn't want to go with the shield because it would cover up too much of the armor, and I like the design of the armor. The shield was cool, but anyway, I replaced the head. The head was separate, and it was a helmeted. It was like a full helmet with two horns on it, typical Chaos Warrior thing. But I didn't like it because I thought it was too small for the body. I thought it didn't fit. So I found this other head in my bits box, which is some sort of horned cyclops. It's a dude with one eye and a big horn in his forehead. And I thought, hey, this is the appropriate size for this body, and it would look cool. So yeah, that's why he turned out the way he did. Anyway, I've also actually started prepping even more stuff. Let's look at that. So because I thought things were progressing rather rapidly, I decided to just go ahead and prep some more stuff, not wait for next Monday to do it. So these are the other elementals. When I got same order that I got those minor elementals, I got some big elementals as well. These are all, not all four types. These three in the back are all earth elementals. These two are fire. And it's simply the rest of the metal elementals from Reaper that I didn't own already. I've already painted quite a lot of water and air elementals. And so I spent some time adding material to the bases, trying to make them look a little bit more interesting and uniform. Well, they're uniform size bases. They're 2 inches or 50 millimeters, and that size seems to be functioning well for all of these. All of these were one piece except for this guy, who was a multi-piece model that I fitted together. I could have angled his arms in many different ways. I chose this pose because I thought it looked a little bit dynamic. And yeah, these are actually the ones that are most likely to be finished next week, because elementals, they're very one note, so to speak. They're one element. and it's all painted the same way. So they go by very quickly. But yeah, that's them. Inventory time this week is more Malifaux. This box contains 23 models, and they are, I think, all Resurrectionists. So things like Dr. Douglas McMorning, Mindless Zombies, and so forth. I don't know about this guy, Toshiro the Daimyo. He might be 10 Thunders, or is he an undead Daimyo? So he's kind of in between both 10 Thunders and Resurrectionists, maybe? He looks undead. This one is unnamed, but it's Madame Sybil or whatever her name is. And yeah, a lot of these are alternative models, like the Flesh Construct, for example, of ones that appear in crew sets as well. But yeah, not much else to say about them. Moving on. All right then, new project time. Because I feel like I'm kind of on a roll here, I have 2 potential projects to prep. I'll do them in order, and we'll see how much time it takes and how much time the stuff I already have in the queue takes, and just play it by ear. The first project is these models from Reaper Adventures, the 2 identical packs. They're called Gogglers. They're kind of fishmen, kind of deep ones, but, you know, fantasy themed. So they've got like a shield and a cutlass here. And yeah, not much else to say about them. They're sort of, I suppose in D&D terms, they could be Kuotoa, most likely. Possibly some of the other fish folk. There's a bunch of them. So these are monsters. The character project I was thinking about was these models from Reaper. I have this box with the various versions of a character called Taxis. So there's this Taxis C, we have Taxis B, Baby Death. We have Death and Taxis. See the joke there? So Death is this sort of undead golem thing that Taxis is riding on in this case. Taxis is a necromancer, female necromancer, mostly badly dressed. She's basically only has bikini bottoms on in all of these models. She's topless. And here's Taxis D. So the various versions of her that are not mounted are, the difference is she's carrying different weapons and has different poses. But so this is also sort of homunculus or something, serving as a lectern for her, holding up a book so she can read from her spells. And yeah, that seems like an interesting project, so why not put it in the queue? And with that, we're done for this week. Thank you for watching. Please give it a like, subscribe, share, comment, and above all, be back here next week, same day of the week, same channel, same Dakian, who's now signing off.